Bears and the Broncos. All that and more coming up next.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. Now the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patrick. And he goes out right around the 39. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Here's Wilson. Flush. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
Herbert powering up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 127 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Fields. There's Moody with another catch. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown. Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Whipping run into Allen. That's complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Here's Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Santos' kick is up and through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st down, Wilson. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. DeMarcus Walker able to run him down for a loss of a yard. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And one of the linebackers has got it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. Throws right side, and that's complete. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Not a great season for the Bears passing game. It's ranked last in the league, but very solid year by Kmet. Established himself as a dependable target at tight end and led Chicago in yards and touchdowns.
Herbert will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Corey Blasingame, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, it was second and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Walker, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On second down, Williams. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third down, Wilson. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. A handoff for Herbert. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a second down and 4. Again, it's Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. First down, Broncos. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Now it's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throw.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score.
And you can sense a little bit of optimism here. Things had not been going their way, but they get the turnover on the other end, and they turn right around and put a nice drive together. Then they finish it off with a strong run for their 1st touchdown of the game.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It was D.J. Jones who was there for the tackle. 2nd down, they go back to Herbert. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Foreman powering ahead, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run here with Herbert. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down. I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down. From midfield now, here's Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. The Broncos on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Short throw caught by Dosich.
And he will have a Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And a nice spin. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he'll give it out to midfield. It's spotted right in midfield at the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Bears had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example. One side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. On first down, Fields. That is caught by Herbert. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. Now it's Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. To the air again, Fields. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now Wilson. He's got Dulcich going across the formation. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Oh, a heck of a move. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. Folks' kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. Justin Jefferson, a touchdown reception. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the...
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's Fields now on second down. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They run it again with Williams. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Just 21 yards on the punt there. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that.
Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Looking to throw on second down. Fields. Man open. It's Goodwin. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 80 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Here's a give to Herbert. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Thanks to Frank Clark, that play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Past the 20. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Herbert. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Another carry for Herbert on second down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are able to stretch out their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And Denver getting set to take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire quarter remaining, so stranger things have happened.
DeMarcus Walker there on the stop. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's what we were hoping to see out of Williams last season before a torn ACL 4 weeks in ruined expectations that he could join the top tier of NFL running backs. That type of upside remains, though, and Denver certainly prepared to help him unlock it as he returns to full strength.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Gets past one man. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
73 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Here's Pirine. And a nice stiff arm that opens room to run.
And he will have the Broncos first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. He'll get this out to his running back, Pirine. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 36-yard line.
Here's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to tackle his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 43.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he will have the Bears first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
At the Broncos' 31-yard line.
Here's Fields. And again back to Kmet.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Denver's offense now set to go. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit. And
that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 13-yard line.
And Wilson going to run it on the draw.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. To throw is Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. 4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Now Folk for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. Jones now on the return.
Now Jones.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
To throw is Fields.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
3rd down here.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Fights through it. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Patrick Surtain.
Throwing again is Fields.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Up the middle, it's Williams.
He'll get this down to the 38.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
A give left side here for Herbert.
Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And that will be incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
So here is Wilson and the Broncos.
Down 23-17. 2:08 on the clock. They'll have one play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, here's Wilson.
Got his man, it's Dulcich. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Wilson. And that's caught by Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Here comes 2nd down. Wilson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Oh, man, they are living on the razor's edge. If this is incomplete, this game's over. Instead, it's a huge pickup. And I think the win percentage calculator is going to have to work overtime here because this game has really had some swings.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
And there it is, Brandon, taking a knee. They get their first win of the season. They're now 1-3, and I remember when a 1-3 start meant you didn't even talk about going to the playoffs. Nowadays in the NFL, you still got a shot.
Yeah, and a big difference between 1-3 and 0-4.
I think they're going to practice really well next week, riding this momentum of this win.
Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a